Imagine waking up one day and realizing that for the first time in your life you truly understand who you are, not just the version of yourself shaped by expectations, not the identity given to you by society, but the real raw essence of your being. Think about it. How much of your life has been spent trying to fit into molds that were never meant for you? How many times have you silenced your own voice just to be accepted? What if I told you that the life you seek, the happiness you crave, and the freedom you desire all begin the moment you find yourself? And the most powerful revelation of all comes at the end. The journey to discovering oneself is not just a philosophical pursuit, it is the foundation of a meaningful life. From ancient wisdom to modern psychology, some of the greatest minds in history have tried to unravel the mystery of self-discovery. Today we embark on this journey together. If you have ever felt lost, uncertain, or trapped in a life that does not feel like your own, then stay with me until the very end, because what I am about to share might just change the way you see yourself and the world forever. What does it truly mean to find yourself? Is it about chasing happiness, achieving success, or following a passion? Or is it something deeper, something that requires peeling away layers of conditioning, fears, and limiting beliefs? Many people go through life without ever asking these questions, simply following a path that was laid out for them. But those who dare to ask, those who seek, are the ones who truly begin to live. Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of all time, spoke about individuation, the process of becoming who you truly are. He argued that most people live as fragmented versions of themselves, disconnected from their deeper nature. The self that you present to the world, the persona, is often a mask carefully crafted to gain acceptance and avoid rejection. But beneath that mask lies something much more powerful, your true self, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be set free. Why is it so difficult to find ourselves? The answer lies in how we are conditioned from birth. From a young age we are taught what is right and wrong, what is acceptable and what is not. We learn to seek approval, to follow rules, to meet expectations, and in doing so we often lose sight of what truly makes us us. Think back to when you were a child, before the world told you who you were supposed to be. What did you love? What made you feel alive? That pure, unfiltered version of yourself still exists within you. Jean-Paul Sartre, one of the leading figures in existentialism, believed that people struggle because they try to live according to external definitions rather than creating their own meaning. He argued that true freedom comes when we take full responsibility for defining who we are rather than letting society do it for us. But this kind of freedom is terrifying for many, because it means there is no script to follow, only the path you carve for yourself. Now ask yourself, who are you when no one is watching? If there were no expectations, I love you. The answers to these questions are the first clues to finding your true self, and this process is not about becoming someone new, it is about uncovering who you have always been. Many spiritual traditions have explored this concept for centuries. The ancient Greeks inscribed the words "Know thyself" at the temple of Apollo in Delphi, emphasizing that self-knowledge is the foundation of wisdom. In Eastern philosophy, the journey of self-discovery is often described as peeling away illusions, realizing that we are not merely our thoughts, our roles, or our past experiences, but something much deeper. The concept of moksha in Hinduism or nirvana in Buddhism represents liberation from false identities and illusions, a return to one's true essence. But here is the challenge: finding yourself requires courage. It means questioning everything you have been told, everything you have believed, and everything you have identified with. It means facing uncomfortable truths, stepping into the unknown, and sometimes even walking away from things that no longer align with who you are becoming. This is why many people avoid it. They prefer the familiarity of their old identity, even if it keeps them trapped. So where do you begin? The first step is awareness. Begin observing yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions. Notice the patterns you have been living by. Are they truly yours, or were they given to you by someone else? The second step is exploration. Try new experiences, ask deep questions, allow yourself to be curious. Who are you beyond your job, your relationships, your past? And finally, embrace the discomfort. Growth never happens inside the comfort zone. But here is the most important thing to understand: this journey is not about finding a perfect final version of yourself. It is about embracing change, evolution, and the endless unfolding of who you're meant to be. The self is not a fixed destination, it is a lifelong process of becoming, and in the end the people who truly live are not the ones who follow a script, but the ones who write their own. The greatest tragedy is not failure, not mistakes, not even pain. It is going through life without ever truly knowing yourself, because when you find yourself, that is when life truly begins. This is only the beginning. The real transformation happens when you apply this knowledge, when you take action, and in the next part we will go even deeper into the steps you can take to break free from false identities and step into your most authentic self. The most powerful revelation is still to come. Are you ready? If you are still here, it means something inside you is awakening. Maybe you have felt for a long time that there is more to life than what you have been living. Maybe you have sensed that the version of yourself you have been carrying is not truly yours, and now you are ready to take the next step. But here is the truth: finding yourself is not a single moment of clarity. It is a journey, a process of unfolding, a continuous discovery, and the deeper you go, the more you will realize how much of your life has been built on layers that were never truly yours. Today we go even deeper. To truly find yourself, you must first break free from the illusions that have kept you trapped. One of the greatest obstacles to self-discovery is the fear of rejection from childhood. We are conditioned to believe that our worth depends on how well we fit into the expectations of others. We are praised for being good, for following the rules, for making others comfortable. But what happens when who you truly are does not fit into those expectations? The more you delay these changes, the more lost you will feel. The longer you wait, the more painful it becomes. But here is the ultimate truth: finding yourself is not the end of the journey. It is only the beginning. Once you know who you are, the real work begins, living in alignment with that truth every single day, and that requires constant choice, constant courage, and constant awareness. So now the choice is in your hands. You can walk away from this knowledge and return to old patterns, or you can embrace this truth and step into the life that has been waiting for you all along, because life does not truly begin when you are born. It begins when you find yourself, and now you are ready.